Welcome back to TCG Dreamland. Today we're looking back at Commander Legends. This is an old recording I did like 3 years ago at this point. Um, and we're doing new prices and new commentary. Current box price of October of 2024 is $154 on TCG Player. If you want to get any singles or sealed product from Commander Legends, I will have a link down in the description. Takes you directly to TCG Player. So, as you can see, those were the hits from box number 1. This is box number 2 that I opened like 3 years ago. So, let's get into it. I want to talk about this set specifically because of the Jeweled Lotus ban. We saw we saw before the ban, these boxes were going up at a decent rate. The pack price, which is one of the things that I track, is if you take the price for a pack and multiply it by the number of packs in a box, and you take that price and compare it to the actual price of a sealed box. If the pack price, the pack equivalent price, is significantly higher than the box price, that typically means that there is, high demand for the set, and that will sometimes mean that there is growth in the future. And before the ban, that price difference was quite high. I think it was over $50 was the price difference between a sealed box and the equivalent number of individual packs. And then the ban happened, and basically whenever something happens like that, like when there's a reprint or a ban or something like that, there's always tons of panic sellers, right? And so the box price went down a bit, pack price plummeted, but we are now seeing both prices have come back up. So if we look at current box price, $154.50 is the lowest listing. Pack price is $7.25, which equates to $174 for 24 packs, which is the number in a box. The daily number of boxes sold is 2, which is actually pretty good, especially for a set this old. 2 being sold per day is pretty high. The number of packs being sold per day is also 2, which is a pretty good amount. It's not fantastic, but it's not terrible. But if you look back at the price history, there was a huge plummet of panic sellers, and then the price is already back up. I don't think the pack price is back up to what it was. That's a nice hit. Scroll Rack, very nice. One of the few cards in Commander Legends that has not been reprinted. That card is actually going up because of that fact. It's a good card and hasn't been reprinted since Commander Legends. It's actually going up. So, that's what I wanted to bring to the forefront about this set. Is it's still a good set, even though I think all of the best hits in the set have been reprinted, but all of the best hits in the set have also not dropped drastically in price. So the Jeweled Lotus fell from about $100. It's down to about $50. It was actually lower at one point. It's rebounded a little bit. So Jeweled Lotus down to $50 from $100. The next highest is Vampiric Tutor. I believe that card's around $40 for the regular border. And then after that is going to be Mana Drain. That card's around $30. I think it's a little over $30. It might be like $32 or something for the regular border non-foil. So still some great value in these boxes. So I am doing prices for all of these. I do want to mention that because of the way that I opened the box, because at the time that I opened the box, there weren't any commons or uncommons worth much. However, now there are actually quite a few commons, quite a lot of commons and uncommons, maybe more uncommons than commons. But there are quite a few uncommons worth more than $1. There's even some uncommons worth a few dollars. In fact, I think 3 visits. Ooh, Jessica's Will, very nice card. That one has been reprinted multiple times. It's actually been reprinted once recently. Was it in I think it was a Karlov Manor Commander Precon, which is unfortunate, but still a good card. $18 and change. Pretty good. Jessica's Will there. All right, Rejuvenating Spring, a good land cycle in this set as well. I think that foil land we pulled earlier was almost $10. And then a non-foil Rejuvenating Spring was $3 and change. So yeah, a lot of good cards in this set. Even though all of the top cards have either been banned or reprinted, still good value in this set. Oh, but what I was saying about uncommons, I did not put the price of any of the uncommons. See, Thought Vessel, that's one of the good ones. That one's a couple bucks. And then 3 Visits is about $5. And I know we pulled one of each of those, a Thought Vessel and a 3 Visits. So basically what I'm saying is at the end of the video, you'll see the box total. But the box total is only including rares or better. So probably add like $20 to that because there are a lot of uncommons in this set worth $1 or more. All right, Port Razor, Mythic for $4.76 and 2 rares. Wow, that pack had a Mythic and 2 rares in it. Now, these packs aren't a guaranteed 2 rares. They are a guaranteed 2 legends, though, which would be like your legendary creature or whatever. So, as you saw in that pack, we had a Mythic and 2 rares. A lot of packs will have 2 rares. Most packs will only have 1. So, and of course, these are also draft boxes, so don't expect to be getting a ton of value out of these. It's not like a collector box where you're going to be pulling $200 plus out of a box. I mean, up until like a year ago, these were easily available for $100 a box. Now they've gone up to $150. There's a 3 Visits. There you go, $5 for that uncommon. So yeah, you're going to get a handful of good hits. And then aside from that, it's just going to be, like $1, $2 cards. You're kind of nickel and diming your way up to get your value out of these boxes, aside from getting, maybe 4 or 5 good hits. I actually have the prices for this box here. We actually only had 2 hits over $10 in this box. So you're really nickel and diming your way up to $100 when you're opening one of these boxes. All right, next pack here. What do we have? Anything good? I used to open these so slowly. All right, Soul of Eternity. And Kodama of the East Tree, $2.65 rare. There was a foil in every pack, but they printed so many of these boxes that even a lot of the foils aren't worth a whole lot. Plus, there were collector boxes for this set. So, you got to take that into account. Any set that has collector boxes, the foils aren't going to be worth a whole lot more than the non-foil variant, just because there are so many foils. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, boxes had a dip. They're back up. Daily number sold 2 for both boxes and packs, which is pretty high. So I'm not expecting these to go up a ton anytime soon, but they are still good value. They may have slow growth. I think basically, so my bet, if I had to put money on it, my bet would be that these would probably go sideways for quite some time. All right, Jared Carthalion, etched foil. These draft boxes have, I think, 1 to 2 etched foils per box in the draft boxes. I believe collector boxes had many more than that, though. I'm not sure if they were 1 per pack. I never actually opened a collector box of Commander Legends. I do have a couple, Never opened one because there's no way in hell you're going to get your value out of it by opening it nowadays, but, still cool. Still a good investment. They are down off of their high, especially because of the Jeweled Lotus ban. First they reprinted it, then they banned it. Jeweled Lotus is just not doing great. Triumphant Reckoning. Mythic. Okay, we got Rayav. And a Terramorphic Expanse foil. So, I don't want to spoil anything, so I don't really have anything to talk about until we get to the last pack or so. So, Volcanic Dragon, uncommon. Got Court of Bounty, uncommon, or that is a rare actually. Lisa, rare. Alright, Scroll Rack, Jessica's Will, Jared Carthalion for our etch. There are lots of etched foils that have some good value. So the fact is that we pulled a really bad etched foil in this box. Slash the Ranks. Legendary creature. A couple legendary creatures, both uncommon, however. Next pack. Skip the commons. Ingenuity Engine. Artifact. That's an interesting artwork for that. Demonic Lore. We've got Sat's Will. Tormod. Galandra. And a foil common. Unfortunate. All right, there are 2 packs left. So I guess at this point it's not really a spoiler. We don't pull any of the big 3. So no Jeweled Lotus, no Vampiric Tutor, no Mana Drain in this box. So if we had pulled any one of those, this box would have been basically at the price point of these boxes. The Mana Drain would have caused this box to be a little bit below the $150 mark. But I think if you include all of the uncommons that I didn't actually price into the video, and then if you had either a Mana Drain, or not a Mana Drain, but a Vampiric Tutor or a Jeweled Lotus, you would have gotten, $150 plus. If you had pulled a Jeweled Lotus in this box, you would have gotten over $150 worth of cards in this. So I think the fact is that probably the average EV, see, there you go, box total, $88, but then you got to add roughly $20 for all the uncommons that I didn't actually price in. So if we had pulled a Jeweled Lotus, we would have gotten our money's worth out of this box. Actually, probably a little over $150. Could have gotten a little bit more than the box price out of this box. If we had pulled a Vampiric Tutor, we would have had roughly the price of the box. But I would say that even after the Jeweled Lotus ban, now that it's only $50, the EV of these are maybe slightly below box price, which is typical for what you would see for a set that's this old, right? So I think these boxes at $150 are actually at a pretty decent price point. I don't see any big growth for these. So that's what I'm saying. All the panic sellers, anyone who bought the panic sell and anyone who bought the dip probably got a good deal on these boxes, I'd say. But now all of those boxes that were priced lower have now been sold. So now we're back up to the price where they should be. And I foresee these boxes just kind of going sideways. So there you go. That's my take on Commander Legends after the Jeweled Lotus ban. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. Check out the links down in the description if you want to check out my website or if you want to buy some stuff on TCG Player. And I'll see you guys in the next video.